Cases and Caldo.
Let's do this.
Vegas.
Starting to the left side of the map, the Terran player with a 1-0 lead in this best of 5. Starting for Team STX, it is
STX Soul Innovation.
That's bogus.
Bogus. I think he should change his ID back.
Yeah, me too.
I kept calling him Innovator. Calling him Innovation just felt so unnatural. In the upper right, we've got our Zerg player. He played very well with his counterattacks, but he overdid a little bit. We'll see if he does better this time. He is
웅진 스타즈 Soulkey.
You know when Björn had this phase where he called himself Ghost King and everybody was like just, oh my god, why did you do
I remember that. I'm like, really, man? Like,
everyone was so happy when he switched his ID back.
You know the problem is that a lot of these pro gamers are not explaining that this is actually a branding strategy. Like, if you have 3 IDs, people may very well think you're 3 different players. But yeah, looks like Soulkey just checking to make sure there is no proxy racks or anything like that. He's already down 1 game. Erring on the side of caution is probably the smartest move.
I'm very interested in what exactly he's going to do on this map in particular. We've seen so many different styles from Zerg on a map like Antigua Shipyard. Of course, the big problem that you have as a Zerg player is, first of all, that the center of the map is really easy for a Terran player to hold once he gets control of the Zelnaga Watchtower as siege tanks in position. But you also have to deal with your 4th base, and it's very, very tough to actually secure it against a Terran player that has a multi-prong attack set up that drops a lot. So we've seen Hyun going for a very heavy mid-game, for example. He really loves to go for Ling, Muta, Baneling aggression. We've seen Leonok who tries to stay on 3 bases and hit a Broodlord timing. There are so many things that you can do here to counter what the strength of a Terran player on this map. And it's interesting to see what exactly Soulkey's up to.
All right, the command center goes down now. This is all very common on this map. This is a map where I think generally we don't see a lot of all-ins early on. There's no real need for it. And it's not as effective. I mean, the diagonal positions, even though you can make a straight line to their base, they're still very far away.
Yeah. For Soulkey now we have the pool, and there are different ways how you can open up on Antigua Shipyard against a Terran player. You can try to go for a very late gas build where you try to focus on your minerals, you take the 3rd a little bit earlier, you spread the creep between the 3 bases, which is really important. If you decide to not get speed, then you have to rely on your queens. And so far it actually looks like Soulkey might use this opening, might not get an extractor, not head into circling speed, which is usually what you want to have if you don't rely on this many queens, because you have to have something against the Hellions.
Absolutely. Well, from here, from Terran, we're probably going to go ahead and see a factory get planted down here. He may go for Hellions and Banshees. There are other options he has here, but the fact that he got those 2 gases right away tells me he wants to tech pretty quickly here.
Yeah, definitely. He only has 1 barracks, goes from barracks straight into the command center, but now with the double gas, he wants to go for the tech. Adds his factory already, and I feel that we are going to see the reactor very soon. There it is, reactor factory Hellions, and then of course it's up to him whether he wants to transition into Banshees straight away. This is kind of what he tried to do on the last map.
All right. The Lings are going to come in here. The entrance is unguarded. We'll see if he actually gets to see the additional gases. Well, he did see the other gas, so he knows now 2 gases because the Overlord at the top spotted the first gas that was taken.
Oh, interesting. Look at that. Innovation now going straight for the double factory. That could mean so many things. He could go for some kind of Hellion timing. He could go for Blue Flame Hellion timing. King is one of the players that really like to go double reactor factory Hellions and then overwhelm his opponent with a huge amount of them, taking down ST with his strategy. So I'm really there's also the tech lab now, so it kind of looks like we're going to see a Blue Flame timing.
Yep, and I think that's a smart move on this map. The 3rd base and the 2nd can be accessible with Hellions. And, the trick to the strategy like this is that you don't want to let them see the blue flame until the last possible second.
Yeah.
Even if you run out of your base, you may want to make it look like it's a mistake and you actually run by their Zerglings, because the moment they see blue flame, boom, spine crawlers going down here, setting up walls to defend with.
I feel he's probably going to show only like 4 to 6 Hellions,
Right.
the usual amount that you would expect in this matchup on this map, and then just try to hide the rest of them. The creep spread for Soulkey is going to help him quite a lot. Ah, nice! Really well done here by Innovation, taking down the Overlord. No scout for Soulkey.
Innovation is really on top of his game here.
Yeah. And look at the creep spread though. This is one of the things that might help Soulkey later on. He did not get a Roach Warren, he doesn't have a Baneling Nest, he doesn't have a Spine Crawler. He's really relying on the Queens. He has 4 in total. And Zerglings that are equipped with speed now while he's taking into lair. And he has a lot of gas, so with the gas he could actually go into the Spire attack. But whatever he does, he needs to make sure that he has something in place against the Hellions, and I'm not quite sure that it will be that time.
And, well, let's see here. The blue flame's almost done. Now, one of the only disadvantages, guys, viewers at home, with this strategy is that you end up with siege tanks out a little bit later. So Banelings in the mid-game are a little bit stronger here. Blue Flames. Now notice this, he's not going to show Blue Flame. He edges in there.
He has a lot of Hellions on the map already. Blue Flame is nearly done. Now he can go in. The Baneling Nest is on its way. Zerglings too. He has 18 Zerglings, 28 in just a few seconds, and now he's starting to commit. Walking in. Oh, there we go. Blue Flame against Zerglings, and he's trying to make this work. This could be devastating for Soulkey. He needs to block the ramp.
Are exposed. And surprisingly, he's actually going for the Queen there. Okay. I don't know why he didn't go for the drones.
That's the Korean barbecue right there, taking them down one by one.
And now he's in the loop background. He may be going for the third base here. Easy access to that location.
And he already killed a fair amount of harvesters, but 11 is not really what he was aiming for. He wants to take down all these drones at the third base as well. He's lining them up, and oh my God.
One more shot. Okay, somebody more get away. Until I said that, and then the rest died here.
Yeah, most of them are gone. So let's have a quick look at how many harvesters were killed. 16 in total. You know, that is actually... Does he have the lava to rebuild his drone count? Not quite. How many queens does he have? 3. And he has the macro hatch. That could have been worse. That could really have been worse. I mean, he killed 16. But at this point, Soulkey, with the macro hatch that he has, can rebuild it. Oh, wow. No. There we have the second wave. My bad.
All right, now more Hellions are coming up here. Any drones he didn't get now, he'll be getting this time around. Nice splitting here by Soulkey, but I mean, this is just the. Oh my God! Though, hold that thought. There's a lot of banelings being made over there in the bottom left.
He needs to block the main base, though. Here come the banelings trying to move in, and oh, he doesn't see it. Innovation is occupied at the top right. It doesn't see the banelings, and now they're heading for the SCVs.
If there are children in the room, cover their eyes.
Oh.
All right, let's see here. What is that? It's 36 to 14.
36 to 14,
so,
and the harvester count is 24 to 43 in favor of Innovation.
My God, man. Plus mules.
Plus mules, indeed.
Dude,
The big problem for Soulkey is now that even if he has those Eurochas that he's currently building to defend against the Hellions, Innovation is already a step ahead. He's going in the double siege tank production. His siege tank mode is nearly completed. Even Banshees are being produced. I feel like Innovation is in such a great spot. If he can hold this Roach attack, he's in the best position ever.
all right.
Do you think his upgrade is a little bit too slow?
It could be. Well, let's talk about that after this. Looks like more drones are going to go down here. And, I mean, okay, this is like a little bit scary here, the attack from the Zerg, but it's not as scary as what's happening right now as far as drone counting goes.
As long as he repairs the siege tanks here, I think he's going to be fine.
Yeah, he should be okay. Siege mode, or not in siege mode, they're both good against Roaches. And yeah, he'll be fine. You know, this Banshee's going to come out here and chase back these Roaches. And I got to say, Soulkey in a lot of trouble. By the way, while this has been going on, I can only assume a Viking gun down and Overlord because the supply for the Zerg is now negative.
To be honest with you, I don't really think that we are going to see a comeback by Soulkey. I'm not quite sure what he can do at this point.
No, I don't know what Soulkey can do here.
If you look at the harvest account, we have 26 to 51.
I mean, look at how barren each of the mineral patches are. It's pretty sad.
Innovation is on 3 orbitals already. So he has 3 mules, he has the triple SCV production, he has much more harvesters than his opponent. He's going into double armory for his mech strategy that he's executing here.
I mean, basically all the Terran has to do now is just not miss any supply depots and keep making stuff.
Yeah.
And he'll push out at probably 150. I think a 150 supply push is fine here.
He has a great economy at this point. He has the production to keep it up, and he can just move across the map as soon as he wants to, because Soulkey, he needs so much time to come back into this game.
Yeah, he really does. And we got see, he's just not on top of this. This is the second time Hellion's been dropped in here. Let's see how many more drones they're going to get this time around.
Every drone counts. That's the big problem that he has.
Yeah.
Even if this is not cost efficient.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, now they have the bench.
And up Banshee's coming in here. And this is, okay, GG. I was going to say, this is pretty painful
this is
to watch.
This is definitely a slaughter. Very well played by Innovation.
Innovation needs to chill out. He's winning too hard. He's ruining esports, man. If he keeps doing this, esports is going to die and go away forever, Calder. I don't know how you feel about it, but...
I actually agree. Look at Soulkey. Look at him. He's looking at the screen. He's like, oh my god, what am I going to do?
That is the goddamn-it face. That's
despair.
Yeah. I learned how to read faces. I can tell you exactly what everybody's thinking, Calder, and that was not a happy face.
No.
Well, guys, Innovation... in 2 games, he played 2 very different styles of play. One, he went for mech. The other one, exact opposite Marine Siege Tank. Both times, just dominating.
Yeah, that Blue Flame Hellion attack did such a number against Soulkey, and even though the first attack was still, he could look at it and was like, well, maybe if he has the time right now to rebuild his Harvest account, but then the second wave hit, and at this point, just way too much died.
We're going to take a 5-minute break, and when we get back, we're going to find out if either Soulkey's going to lose very quickly, or Innovation, or Soulkey's going to come back very soon. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.